Good evening. It's time for Danimal Stories, sponsored as always by Smiling Dan 2. He's probably in the stream tonight. If he is, please fan him up if you haven't already. And this is Danimal Stories for Wednesday evening, December 10th, 2025. Here's the headline. They bring in a kitten spotted in a puddle and watch her blossom alongside cat friend who matches her spirit. It's a long title. This is just from a couple of weeks ago, so it's newsy. Here's the story. They brought in a kitten who had been found in a puddle and watched her blossom alongside a feline friend who matched her spirit. A tiny kitten named Fallon arrived at Indy Humane along with her two siblings after being found in a puddle on a back porch. Cold to the touch, the kittens were rushed into an incubator. Despite tireless efforts to save them all, Fallon became the lone survivor, using every ounce of strength she had to hold on. At just 110 grams and roughly 4 days old, Fallon, a polydactyl kitten, that's interesting, showed remarkable tenacity and hints of tortitude. Kelsey, a former volunteer with Indy Humane, noticed that determination from day one. Tiny as she was, Fallon had the heart of a fighter. She immediately warmed up and took a bottle with ease. I knew pretty quickly that she was going to be just fine, as she was truly the easiest bottle feeder. Maybe holding the bottle with her extra toes did the trick, Kelsey told Love Meow. Once Fallon opened her eyes, she was ready for adventure. After each feeding, she toddled around with wide, curious eyes, eager to explore. Her extra toes seemed to help her with balance, and she kneaded her blankets enthusiastically with her oversized mittens. As soon as her legs strengthened, she began hopping off small pieces of furniture, testing her limits, and attempting to climb anything she could get her paws on. She zipped around the house like a miniature supervisor, watching her foster mom and resident animals with fascination. She thrived and just kept on growing. At only 1 pound, she sported a round belly, a mighty purr engine, and the confidence of a big cat. She greeted her foster mom with squeaky roars the moment she entered the room. All that energy needed an outlet, and it soon became clear that Fallon would benefit from a friend. As a singleton, she still had to learn proper feline etiquette and how to play appropriately with other cats. I always kept the idea of finding her a friend in the back of my mind. Tucker, a resident cat who typically wasn't fond of kittens, gave Fallon a warm welcome. He sniffed her, then rubbed his head on hers. Still, Fallon craved nonstop play and attention. She would spiral around the room, climb into Kelsey's lap, and roll around like a tiny whirlwind. She longed for a buddy to wrestle and tumble with. Isla, a tiny tabby, arrived in foster care at 2.5 weeks old. Belinda nourished her and watched her flourish. As Isla's playful streak emerged, her need for attention grew right along with her. Belinda's resident cat, Mia, wasn't so sure about the little dynamo, but Isla was determined to find herself a companion. When Kelsey heard about Isla, she knew the two kittens might be a perfect match. The first introduction was interesting. Isla, being a week older, would swat and hiss at Fallon. 24 hours later, they were besties. I think Isla is one of Fallon's favorite things. From that moment on, they explored the house together, leapt off furniture, chasing each other in playful bursts, and teaming up for every bit of mischief they could dream up. Though younger and smaller, Fallon kept up with Isla's energy and holds her own during every play session. Both arrived as bottle babies and have since grown into boisterous, adventuresome young cats. They love to play together and just be near each other. I'm so glad I was able to give Fallon a companion for the rest of her time in foster care. And we have pictures. We have a number of pictures with this story. Holy moly. Heck. Oh! Heck. All right, let's see. Drinking from the bottle out of out of the hand. Oh. Fierce Warrior number 1. Fierce Warrior number 2. The Hunter starting to stalk the prey. Foster Mom and Kitten. Oh, that's another. Oh, rubbing heads together. After an enjoyable snack. That's a pretty good picture. Holy moly. Let's see. Come on. Two of the little ones together. And foster mother and child in a portrait portrait perfect pose. And that is Danimal Stories for Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. Sponsored, of course, by Smiling Dan 2. Fan him up when he's in the stream. And we'll be back to the best music on You Now in just a moment.